I'm kind of guessing that these opportunities wouldn't have come across if the studio was in Nangara.
Probably not. And you know what's funny? Because obviously I have the record label that I run with my sister, and that's what I'm signed to. And when we signed that to Sony, I was like, you know what, I just want to do it in Perth, and I just kind of want to stay where I am. And they didn't make me, but encouraged me to kind of step out of where I was comfortable and, you know, go overseas to like, it's a way bigger industry, obviously, over there than in Nangara. And I'm really glad that I did, because I met so many amazing people and great experiences.
Well, you mentioned your sister there, Emma.
Yes.
Your business partner as well.
My business partner, yes.
Yeah. So what does Emma do on a day-by-day basis in the business that is Cassie Davis Inc.?
Well, she manages me as well, so that's pretty heavy because I'm a bit full-time. I'm a bit annoying. No, she does all the business side, all the contracts, because she also studied law at uni, so she's quite wired in the business area, which I'm not, so it makes a good team. Yeah, she does all that kind of thing, all the hard stuff, really.
And brother Joseph?
Yes, Joseph's in the band. He plays guitar. He's a very talented kid. He's a drummer first, but he plays guitar in the band. He plays bass. He sings. It's almost ridiculous how talented my brother is, because he's good at sport as well. It's like, kid, you could be anything you want. Thank you for playing in my band.
Well, I guess, you've got merch covered as well, haven't you? Because, if Emma's got a clothing label too.
Exactly, right?
Yeah?
Hello.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she's a very talented young lady. So, yeah, we'll definitely be looking to her for the merch.
Yeah?
Yep.
Tell us about the label.
Her label? Well, it's more, she does bags and shoes. She's kind of stepped a little bit away from the dresses. They did kind of cocktail dresses, very fancy ones, but she does very nice bags and shoes, and she always makes sure the sample size doesn't fit me, so I can't steal them, because we're different size feet. Emma, I hope you watch this.
Let's talk about some of the songs. And Like It Loud was sort of one of the earlier ones that we got to hear from you.
Yes.
Yeah, when was that written?
I wrote that probably about 2005, maybe. It was quite a while ago now. I remember it very clearly. I wrote the chorus when I was in New York, and we were just walking down the street, and I recorded it quickly into my phone. But the bass line for that is a big part of the song for me. It's kind of the catchy bit, the bit you hear first. And I wrote that on a plane trip from LA to Sydney, sitting next to Emma for 14 hours. She had to hear da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum. She's like, shut up. Yeah. I'm like, no, you don't understand. She's like, yes, I do.
Wow. So don't sit next to a singer on a plane.
No,
that's
you'll be very frustrated. And it's so true, though. It is so true.
What about, when you got around to recording Differently, which we've talked about, the Travis McCoy song?
Yeah.
When did that sort of pop up?
Well, that happened towards the end of making the record. I had done a lot of the songs pre-production pretty much in my bedroom, made a lot of the beats there, but then when I went to LA, I met all these amazing people, and I'm like, Prince Board is one of them, and we became really good friends. And then I had about, 2 or 3 weeks left in LA, and I was like, why haven't we written together? He's like, I don't know, I like your stuff. And I'm like, I like your stuff. So we decided to get in the studio and we wrote Differently together, and he's super talented. He's responsible for, or co-responsible for a lot of the Black Eyed Peas hits, and it's just a privilege to work with him. Incredible. And Travis as well. So talented and so down to earth. You'd expect people who've had all this success, because you see some people who've had success and they're just not very nice anymore. But they're so humble and amazing. So.
Yeah. And Do It Again is going to be the third single.
Yes, Do It Again. This is a fun song. I really like this song. Mostly because I got to use one of my main influences musically. I've been very influenced by Ghanaian music, which is in West Africa, and particularly hip life, which is a traditional rhythm mixed with hip hop. And that rhythm is used in the verses. That's exactly what it is. It's a hip life rhythm in the verses. So it was really fun to me to be able to use like those influences that have been there for a while. So yeah.
Good to see. Well, you've heard the story now, folks.
You've heard the story.
From the person herself, Cassie Davis.
From the horse's mouth.
Thank you for coming into Undercover and joining us here.
Thanks for having me.